My name is Dr. David Hutcheson. I'm from Texas, lived in Amarillo, living in Scroggins, Texas now. I've been a nutritionist both on the university staffs and as a consultant for now about close to 45 years, and have worked with cattle and worked with minerals in cattle, worked with receiving cattle. Today I'd like to talk about a little bit about the drought and the effect that trace minerals have with the drought. The drought creates a whole new management package for us with cows and calves, and we're going to consider early weaning, and that's so we can get the calves off the cow so we can maintain body condition. This is an ideal time to use a complementary trace mineral package like Multimin. You give it to the cows and the calves, and you'll see that the cows will maintain condition better with giving this trace mineral to them injectable. And the calves will respond better through the weaning process. They'll just, their immune system will respond to it over that period of weaning as well. As we look at other times in the drought situation, we see that if we early wean calves or if we don't early wean calves, the cows are generally going back to a pasture that's not near as good as it should be and going back to a roughage program. What happens is that the trace minerals are for a critical time, and as this is done, we crank up the metabolic machinery in the animal and we get a better utilization of energy and protein when everything is low. So therefore we'll see the cows not losing as much condition. Some of the best times to give this Multimin in a cow-calf operation is at weaning, and particularly at early weaning you should give it to the cow and to the calf, because the cow is going to go back and we'll see a nice response on maintaining body condition. Remember, one of the issues that always comes up with a product like Multimin, which is an injectable trace mineral, is that you do not quit your oral supplementation. But remember that oral supplementation is very much related to the type of trace minerals you have. And remember also that Multimin is used as a complementary to trace your oral supplementation during stress periods when these trace minerals are really needed. In Multimin, we have a product called zinc. Zinc is very effective. It's in enzymes, all kind of enzyme systems, but particularly in the reproductive area of animals. It's also involved in the immune system, which cranks up and makes the immune system much better. We have another product in there called copper. The copper is a trace mineral that is definitely needed. It's involved in infection. Anytime we see an infection, a bacterial or viral come into an animal, we'll see that the copper increases in the serum. This is one of the mechanisms that is available. The copper is stored in the liver. Then we have a product called manganese. The manganese is a very good product. It is also involved in many enzyme systems and many hormones. It's involved in hormones to produce hormones by the body. You get a response in the bone as well. Then the last one I'll talk about quickly is selenium. Selenium is deficient in most pastures in the U.S. It's what we classically remember as white muscles disease in baby calves. It is also a very important enzyme for the immune system and in the enzyme systems. We remember we're in a drought situation, and we've seen that this complementary trace mineral by injection has been very effective 30 days before breeding. In the breeding season, we see that we get better breeding with it, and it's due to the trace minerals are getting to the right place at the right time, and we just see a better conception rate. If it's AI, we see a better conception rate if it's with the bulls during this period of time. And the bulls respond very well to this. If we give it to bulls right prior to the breeding season, we'll see a tremendous improvement of their semen quality. The zinc is very important in this. The zinc is well known for semen quality. And don't forget that another good time to give the Multimin product is at birth. Remember, this calf has been in a protected area inside the animal, and all of a sudden you've dropped it out on the ground or in a straw bed or whatever, and it sure gives a nice response. It helps the immune system at that point. It also helps more the enzyme systems to get to work and get the animal on this next stage. And we see quite a nice response there with Multimin. The other place we talked about is that it's a great time to give it to these wean calves, particularly the early wean calves. The early wean calves have not developed the immune system like an older wean calf has. So if you give it here, you will see an enhancement in the immune system with this product. Remember, weaning is a stress, and this is an excellent product to use at that point. As we summarize this, the trace minerals are extremely important, and over the years as we've done research, we found out they're more important than we thought in some times. They're not easily supplied in the feed, as we've already discussed. Some of them are not absorbed right, it doesn't get there at the right time. So we look at a complementary mineral like Multimin, where we inject it at critical times, we then see the animals responding very nicely. And they respond with improved health, they respond with improved production, they respond with improved reproductive efficiency, and respond in general to all the parameters that we'd like to see them respond to. The Multimin works very well.